This is a cruel sacrificial ceremony. Pure girls were put on boat and sent to the center of the lake. A terrifying sound appeared in the sky. Candles on the boat went out instantly. A giant dragon came down from the sky, picked a beautiful girl and disappeared from sight. It turns out that there is such a legend in the dragon clan. They only have males but no females. In order to breed, they have to catch a human girl, let her become the dragon's bride. During teenage pregnancy, the girl was put on a stone bed and burned with dragon flames. Only in this way can the son of the dragon be reborn from the ashes. This ceremony had existed for thousands of years. Weak humans dared not offend the dragons. So every 30 years, they would take the initiative to sacrifice a beautiful girl for short-term peace. But this time, because the dragon took a knight's lover, everything changed. The brave knight disregarded the persuasion of the crowd. After untold hardships, he alone successfully found the dragon's lair. While the dragon was not paying attention, killed it directly with the spear. Since then the land had returned to peace. And this scene happened to be seen by Alex, the descendant of the dragon clan. But at this time Alex had not evolved into a dragon yet. He could only see his father die. Driven by rage and hatred, Alex went to the cliff and jumped. He finally managed to evolve, became the descendant of the 99th generation of the dragon clan. But because of a good heart, Alex slowly let go of the hatred in his heart. To stop the cruel reproduction of dragons, whenever he wanted to transform into a dragon, he locked himself in a narrow rock wall to restrain the dragon in the body. Many years later, humans had forgotten the existence of dragons. The once cruel sacrificial ritual has now become a form of human marriage. One day, the king wanted Princess Mary to marry a descendant of the dragon slayer, John. When the wedding started, John sang the song of the dragon. He wanted to commemorate the old warrior. But when the song started, the sky was suddenly gusty. The next second, the legendary dragon reappeared, grabbed Mary firmly and went away. Mary was thrown into the cave by the dragon. She was seriously injured, lying on the ground not daring to make any noise. At this time, a man's voice came from not far away. Through the gap in the mesh wall, Mary saw a handsome man. Then the man brought herbs to heal her. Just as they were about to shake hands, an accident happened. After the dragon left, Mary also didn't hear the man's voice. She fell into despair again. She picked up a stone, crazy banging on the rock wall. Finally succeeded in smashing an exit. But she just escaped outside. She met the dragon again. Mary was frightened and ran away desperately. The dragon was chasing after her. Soon, she was pushed to the edge of a cliff. But it was the man in the hole who came out. Only now did she realize the man was the dragon. The frightened Mary fell off the cliff. This is the burial place of the dragons. It is made up of the remains of the dead dragon kings of all dynasties. To protect the descendants of the dragon race, a handsome man Alex lived on the island. He was a descendant of human and dragon. To protect Mary who fell off the cliff, Alex hurriedly transformed into a dragon. Just as she was about to fall to the ground, he hugged her in time. Mary was saved, but Alex was seriously injured and fell into a coma. Mary wanted to take the opportunity to kill the dragon, but a saving grace stopped her. After thinking carefully, Mary gave up her idea and rescued Alex from the sea. Then carefully applied the herbs to him and held him in her arms, sang lullabies to lull him to sleep. At night Mary shivered from the sea breeze. To keep warm, she could only lean on Alex's side. When she woke up, she found her covered with the warm blanket. There were fresh fruits beside. Alex fishing in the sea ignored her. Mary was curious why the dragon in the eyes of humans are so bad. So she begged Alex to send her back to her hometown. But Alex told her, "I'm descended from humans and dragons. A dragon lives in my body. As soon as I touch you, the dragon in the body will wake up instantly. And I don't want to hurt people. So all these years I have been fighting against the dragon in the body." However, on the day when Mary got married, the dragon slayers sang the song of the dragon to wake him up, caused his body to lost control. He just threw Mary into the cave with his only remaining sanity. If Mary insisted on leaving here, waited for the rescuers to come, he would absolutely not stop her. After Mary learned the truth, she was no longer afraid of the dragons. She knew Alex was not a bad man. Not only did he risk his life to save her, but he also took good care of her. To let Alex live a normal life, Mary decided to help him out of trouble. They began to sort out the supplies floating from the shore. made it look like a human habitation. Alex could see the wind. He made the outline of the wind out of petals. The two having fun on the beach looked like a happy couple. The whole island was full of happiness. The relationship between the two was gradually heating up. But good times are always so short. This day Alex picked a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Just when he wanted to give flowers to Mary, two sparks fell underfoot. He felt that the dragon in his body was about to fly out. The flowers in his hand were burned directly to ashes. Alex tried to restrain the dragon in his body, staggered to the cliff. The dragon began to turning in the body. He knew he was out of control. In order not to let Mary get hurt, he made a heart-wrenching decision, saying heartless and cruel words to his loving Mary. Mary was completely heartbroken. She got into a boat in desperation, then sailed away. When the beloved Mary left, Alex had completely lost the meaning of life. He came to a cliff, planned to end his life. This time, the evil dragon in his body suddenly awakened. In order not to let himself become a dragon, he blew the lullaby that Mary taught him. Mary was found drifting at sea by rescue team. She came back to the hometown, and her unfinished marriage was about to be held again. In the blessings of the crowd and the sound of drums, Mary put on a wedding dress, lying on the boat again. The wedding officially began. The fiancé pulls the boat towards him with the rope on the opposite side. But at this time, she didn't feel the slightest happiness. Instead, what appeared in her mind were beautiful memories with Alex at Dragon Island. She remembered the words she and her father said at the wedding. Do what your heart tells you to do, be with the one you love. Mary still couldn't deceive herself in the end. She knew she had fallen in love with the dragon. She got up slowly, ripped the rope off the boat. Under the surprised gaze of the crowd, Mary sang the song of the dragon aloud. But singing the whole song, Alex still didn't show up. When Mary was completely desperate, the snowflakes falling in the air suddenly flew in the opposite direction. Immediately after, the dragon roared. Mary opened her arms to welcome him. Her face was full of happiness. Angry Groom launched a spear attack, but he was knocked down by a punch. The dragon took Mary and flew into the distance. Seeing this scene, the king gave a happy smile. Maybe only he understood that his daughter chose true love. This is their second encounter. The out-of-control Alex threw Mary directly on the rock. Just as he prepared to burn with fire, Mary suddenly hugged him, hurriedly gave him a kiss. Alex was finally influenced by true love. Under Mary's coaxing, he slowly calmed down. The two hugged tightly. In the end, the cruel reproduction of dragons was a thing of the past. They had a little dragon girl. Little monster became daughter's nanny. The family lived happily together.